All right, welcome to Call of the Deadly Nightshade number 23. All right, last
Um,
time we came up through the keep, we killed a cook, we had a standoff with the New Republic Guard, we exited to the main area, see an island in turmoil, battles everywhere, found some New Republic troops, and we decided to split the party. Jimmy and Blaine went to the western part of the isle, whereas Rusty, Boda, uh, Jowkazza went to the right and up a tower. We helped the New Republic forces against the Collective and Maxie, who was revealed to be a Dathomiri witch. Hella Typho is what I have her name written down as, with a big question mark and SP question mark. Uh, Jowkazza and Boda and Rusty. Jowkazza climbs down the wall with Boda on his back. Boda hugging on like a little baby koala, space koala. Blaine, Jimmy, and Sparky, and plus question mark banter with Hella. Four slaps plus, then stuns him. Blaine makes a desperate shot, uh, using a force point to get that pendant off Hella. Hella gets pissed. Uh,
Hella pissed.
starts starts a row with plus, mortally wounding him. Jimmy saves plus, stabilizing him. Boda and Jowkazza confront the Panther Tamer who we met so many missions ago, but was literally in this game maybe a week ago. Jowkazza gets slashed, and Boda gets hot and wounded, hit and wounded. Jowkazza goes into a Wookiee
Not
rage.
wounded.
He beats the Panther and beats up the Tamer. Boda shoots him too at the end, I guess. Uh, that is, and then I say, and then after almost all the New Republic guards getting killed, there's even with a couple left. Uh, all of a sudden, we see Katira. It's not Katira. It's Kailea, the true villain behind this, and she looks more messed up than ever. And that's where I stop my notes. And Rusty, you weren't here in this last one, but we had you throw a couple of grenades that did help the battles.
Yep.
Was that was like more of a combination of a recap of the one before it and then the one our last one. But
Yeah.
if I left any sort of missing chunks out, or if anyone has any questions, that's all my notes have.
Jimmy did almost fall off the building, and then he went back to the X-Wing, it looks like, after he got um, basically thrown by the Force to the edge of the building. I don't think anything else, I can't remember anything else off the top of my head happening. Rusty, you're about, oh man, did I throw away my falling damage card? If you jump down, then it's not a short distance. Rusty, you're sitting at the top of a little, basically a tower over everything else. You're about 2 stories up from this area, which is where the level everybody else is at for the most part. And then this is the top of the keep right here, where the shield generator was blown up. It's still kind of an inferno. It's not somewhere you want to jump. Let's put it that way. So you're about 2 stories up if you want to jump down. Um, yeah, Plus is incapacitated. Jokaz's not dead. He's just standing on top of somebody that's dead. And uh
Classic Jowkazza.
yeah.
And was Jowkazza out of a Wookiee rage?
Mm,
I don't
No,
I don't think he
I don't
was.
think he was, if memory serves. Um, Boda's wounded.
I
Yeah.
we had done a roll because apparently there's some system now where we roll to see if he comes out of it, and I had failed the roll.
There's some
So
system where you rolled in this game.
yeah, there's some weird system where I rolled. Before it was just like, hey, you're out of it.
Yeah, I think
Well,
yeah, I
go
think the
ahead, Jordan.
rules is written where there's always a way to get out of it, right? There's like a calm down thing.
Yeah, basically. Like I think I want to say it's a moderate willpower or something like that in the game.
I'm not complaining. I'm just saying that's what happened.
Yeah,
Also, that girl's being a real jerk to Plus. I mean, broke his jaw and everything.
She messed him up. Yeah, so the Wookiee suffers a minus 1D penalty to perception and rolls a minimum of 1D for the check. Uh, they'll norm and so you have to get a moderate perception to calm down the berserker rage while enemies are still present. So
Oh,
you can
okay.
exit it out of combat, but when you're
Oh
in
yeah,
combat, you can't just drop out of it for funsies.
that
Yeah,
might
well, I think that kind of matches up how we played it before. We just never rolled.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
can we like sing Jowkazza like a song? Does it get like a happy?
Yeah, that'll definitely help.
don't worry, be happy. Or the
Step?
lion sleeps tonight.
All right. Everybody good? Questions, comments, concerns, gripes, moans,
Well, I
complaints?
am concerned that Luke's not here. Oh yeah, I wanted to retroactively give 8088 an order since we hired him and he hasn't done anything.
All right. So through the rear gate, they did send a basically a New Republic kind of prisoner that they had um onto the ship, and there was some screaming, and then you guys can't see, but there was some screaming. Let's put it that way. You can see metagaming that there's a dead body outside the ship though. Um, and
Bodazee
in
must
through
have took
the
off
back
his
gate,
helmet.
uh,
No,
Hella
okay.
was visibly concerned. Like they hadn't quite made it as far as they were intending to before that ship arrived. It's a pleasure yacht, decent size. Um, and then in through the back came um, this person who at first looked like Katira, but then like they were basically just playing it up. Um, but their eyes are, I mean, that's a fairly good image, I guess, of what I have in my head of what this person would look like. As far as their eyes are like glowing with a greenish smoke. There is a green haze about them. Um, and they walked in and started. Basically, they just were executing remaining New Republic soldiers in the area, and that's kind of where we're at. They have not done anything aggressive to you yet. They've just kind of killed off the wounded. But we can start from there if you want to give it retroactively give AT-AT an order and whatnot. Just want to set everybody where we're at.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell 8088. Uh, and I don't know if Ian wants to go because then you don't have to GM him. But maybe you do have some special thing planned. But I want him to find and promise not to kill Grant. Like go look through the mansion while we're all up here fighting. Go locate him and just bring him back to the boat. Get out of here.
Bring him home.
AT-88 is up on top. He's actually near the X-wing. Just moving him in on a different layer is why. So he's up here by the X-wing.
All right.
Um, he'll he'll accept the order.
Yeah, if I hadn't said this to you before, I say it now. go find him, get him out of there, get him to the boat, and if you're pursued at all, here's the keys. Take off. Otherwise, we'll meet you down there.
All right. Anybody else got anything they want to do in the interim real quick?
Oh, Rusty looks like he's just gonna break his legs.
Well, he just had to jump. Or does he? Gravity making a fool out of me.
I could try to catch you. I'm still pretty close.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm
oh
not.
yeah.
Or you could just land on him in his
That's
massive strength. Yeah.
I mean, it's what is Rusty's strength? You figure,
I mean, it looks
I
like
mean,
some kind of like flag. Can I like grab onto that? Kind of.
so you're about where's this at? You're about 5 meters up from here, from that level, and about 7 to 8 meters from right there. The tower goes up a little bit higher than a normal floor, but this is just a floor above that, right? So you figure
Oh, I can just climb.
3.5, 4 meters. So you know, this is 8 to 9 meters down, and this is about 5 meters down. You could do 2 separate jumps. You could try and climb down. Um, you know, but if you jump down, or if you're trying to climb and you fall, there is falling damage in game. There's rules for stuff like that. So yeah, you
So
can't just jump off the side of a cliff and live.
I'm kind of next to it. Looks like a flag, maybe, or a banner.
This
Get
brown
that.
thing.
No, below Rusty's feet, square below it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like, can I give that a little tug and see if I can rappel down it? Like, roll to see if it's looks safe.
It is a New Republic flag. It's posted up off the wall. Just was blowing in the wind right there.
Oh, okay. So it's above. It's above Rusty. It's not
Right. Yeah.
below. Oh,
It's a pennant in the air. Yes.
okay. I'm just gonna jump in section that's not on fire, and I'll try to do 2 jumps. Might have to land on a body below.
All right. You just want to jump? All right.
I'm gonna do 2 jumps.
Yeah. Roll your strength.
Sorry. Wait,
It's 3d6, I think, for Rusty.
okay, 3d6. Did anyone else have to jump earlier?
Jowkazza climbed down with a boat on his back, and they left you there.
He's strong. He can okay, let's do that. Strength 3. 6.
And roll your strength for the second jump. Luckily, Rusty managed to make it down without any problem. So
Whoa.
you'll be right there.
Right. I'm coming, guys. I'm back. Finished eating my turkey leg.
All right. So we'll start you. I'll say you can get like around to the back of the building right there. All right. None of you are my sister. What's going on here?
Ian, this is your perfect chance to say no. I am your father.
Ian is you could look around real quick. You don't see him.
Nope, no sisters here.
I told you that I had something very specific that I wanted. No, I swear, she was never there. I told you that I hadn't met her yet, but I think they know her. And the she'll reach out and Hella will scream and curl up into a ball of pain for a moment.
It briefly passes, or it continues.
It continues for 2 or 3 seconds, but not for that long.
Okay, so we don't get a sense that she's more like in mortal danger. She's just being hit or something.
Yeah, tortured.
Yeah. Looks like she needs to call Jim Scrimshaw.
There seems to be a misunderstanding. I'm here for something very particular that was taken from me.
Who is she monologuing to?
She's just speaking to you to the group in general as she walks into the area. Now, Hella says that you might know my sister. And I don't particularly have to see her, but she took something from me. I'll let you live
Well,
if you can bring it to me.
I like the first part. I was ready to just go off that. What are you looking for?
Uh, Jimmy, go ahead and roll your perception really quick.
You know Jimmy's not that perceptive, right?
I do, but I need a opposed roll.
And you're looking down. Your X-wing is going to be ready to go in one turn after this.
Let's see how it's here. It is. Oh, here. Did it roll? No, it did not. +1. What do we get, Jimmy? A whole lot of unperceptiveness.
Uh, Jimmy will float up into the air.
I would assume Jimmy couldn't hear any of this. Is it real playing here? It's like I don't think Jimmy heard a thing because he's inside the cockpit trying desperately to get the thing to fly up to it and shoot anything nearby.
She she reaches out her hand and it like a not like a gentle kind of like the force use, but like she reaches it out. It's a sharp movement, just juts out, and then her hand kind of twists up and an almost like awkward, looks like it might normally be a painful movement, and the cockpit of the X-Wing rips open, and Jimmy is pulled out of it, and you're now you're about a meter and a half, 2 meters um above ground, right
Uh,
about here.
is the cockpit? So
Wait,
we'll talk about Jimmy in a minute. But is the cockpit broken?
You'd have to take a look at it to know for sure,
All right. Well,
because
Jimmy, I hope
it's
you're
not meant to
also
open
okay.
that quickly.
Okay.
A ship. She took a ship. Shit. But it had something in it.
Ah,
And I'm not very good at this, but as she's talking, there's a
well,
like
I heard it.
an echoing whispering, but it's multiple voices that are kind of swirling about her, repeating things that she's saying. Um, and Jimmy, roll your strength.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no.
Ooh.
You know, little buddy.
Whole lot of 9.
Oof.
Wait,
You
dude,
didn't.
wait, is this, I didn't roll his armor strength, but is
This
that
is
counted,
this
or is
is
that only for certain types of?
no, just your base strength. This is as all of a sudden suddenly it's gravity takes its hold again and you fall, about 7 meters down onto the ground. But you managed to not be harmed. It's not that. It only gets really big when you get to like a big fall. Like if you jumped off that turret up down to the ground, you'd take 7D damage versus your strength. You know, and you
Wait,
don't
what
get
turret?
armor. If Rusty had like jumped in, like tried to jump into the ocean, he would have hit the ocean, like from a pretty good height,
Oh,
and
got it.
would have hurt, right? But being lifted in the air a couple meters, it's not as terrible.
All right, no need to throw people around. Um, we're all civilized people here. I assume you're talking about the Crucible II.
Are we all civilized here? Uh, Jowkazza, roll your perception. Um, Still in a Wookiee rage, you kind of shake your head, and then um, the this guy and this guy, um, and then over on the platform, there's a couple more Imperial stormtroopers, and you have the strongest urge to just tear them to shreds in your Wookiee rage.
That doesn't happen.
Are you gonna roll your perception?
That doesn't happen. That's Jokaz's sense. You can hold it in, but you at for mechanics sense, um, Jokaz's perception of ally versus enemy, is not shifted, but like you have, other than your very close friends that you have a closer bond with, like the people that you came here with, the random New Republic guys, you view mechanics wise in game, you view them as an enemy right now.
Wait, even the good guys?
The New Republic, all the New Republic soldiers, specifically the New Republic soldiers, like it shifts, and this has to do with Jokaza's decisions in his dream way back when, shifted his sense of friend versus foe. Only though when he's in a Wookiee rage, and he has to be influenced by the same person that was influencing his dream. So
Jocka's under the witch's spell. Said
All
in
right, well, I
Star
guess I'll
Wars.
punch that guy then.
go go nuts. You can punt. I mean, you don't. There's no combat occurring at the exact moment. But if you see a stormtrooper and you're like, I'm gonna punch him because I'm right next to him, you can do that. But just I mean, like nobody's shooting blasters at each other right now. It's kind of in a stalemate. But when and if combat starts, you would know Boda's near you, and you have a vague sense that Boda's a really good friend of yours, and then you would feel like there's stormtroopers near you that could be opening fire on him. Is kind of what's going on there.
All right, we gotta get you to calm down.
I'm gonna roll my
Hey,
I'm
just
gonna roll my willpower to try to see through that.
and uh, maybe in one of your medical kits, there's a
Roll,
sedative.
roll. Willpower is a different skill set. Computer. Your willpower is it? I was gonna say 1D right now. Yeah. No, Jowkazza, you really want to punch these guys?
Jowkazza got a 1?
That's what I'm seeing.
Yeah, that was a 1. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Um,
Let's redirect this rage.
I want to go run and grab the gem thing. That's what Bodo was in the middle of. That's why we need him here.
Well, Boda could still do that. We'll just roll for him. Maybe since you're not, since you're Wookiee raging, maybe you can roll for Boda. As long as you don't go too, like, right, as long as you don't.
That's too much responsibility on me.
I mean, if you kill Boda, you gotta be the one.
You're the one to tell him.
this would have to do with force powers that I'm not gonna go fully into explain. But if you guys wanted to use Boda before he can even move, just draw it with a brown line here. A wall of earth suddenly erupts up in front of him, obstructing him from passing in to grab that gem. Is about. I have the. Got it. Keeps exiting that and going to the wrong thing. But all right. Yeah. A about a 10-foot tall wall. Suddenly just
Great, we've got an earthbender.
Happy
here.
Friday, game.
Okay, so what does Jowkazza end up doing? So Boda tries to go over and a wall comes up. Do we all see the wall?
yeah, no, it's a very real just I mean it's just like Jay said, it'd be like earthbending effectively.
Okay, and it actually happens.
Actually happens.
I don't like that. Oh,
Oh, I forgot to add to that too. I also forgot to subtract.
let's stop putting up walls. Start tearing them down. So wait, was I on the mark with Crucible II? Kailea?
Yes.
All right, so you tell us what you want. We go get it. And then we bring it back to you. But not here.
And what guarantee do I have that you'd actually follow through?
Scout's honor. Look, I don't know what kind of guarantee you want me to leave my wallet with you. can. How about you take our beloved friend, that Rodian over there, and he could be hostage, and we'll come back for him.
Uh, hmm. Go roll a con.
Finally, it's all right.
Plus, like, comes to for just a second. He's like, I can teach you some fire bending.
I've never met these people before in my life.
All right. Let's do it. Uh, oh, I'd have macros set up for this.
Man, you know what I've realized while
Whoa.
creating the character?
Whoa.
Force users are not very good at, like, you can con the crap out of force users
Well,
because of the mechanics of this game.
sweet. Just
Because like looking at examples, like if you look at like Obi-Wan or Ahsoka or just like any kind of range of levels, they never have very high con or perception skills.
but they
in
have
general.
sense motive generally as a, or is that even a? Actually, I don't even know if that's a force skill. I just made that up.
Yeah, I don't think it is. I think that, and this is why the Jedi were so easily deceived by Sheev Palpatine.
It tracks. I'm not saying it's wrong. It took them decades to figure it out.
Um,
So I get a 40 with my con saying, you take our friend. We'll even throw in the X-wing and we'll come back. We'll meet you at a prearranged location to pick our friend up and give you what you want, as long as what you want is not a person.
she will pick up Plus and bring him toward her, and she'll kind of he's floating in the air now. He's incapacitated, so he's unconscious, kind of like limply in front of you.
Yeah.
This friend,
Yep. That's
he's barely
him.
alive as it is.
Well, we stabilized him.
What can you do to somebody that's unconscious? Oh, I know.
And
Go on
we
there.
could invade his dreams if I brought one of my friends. Oh, actually, you could do that too. I don't know that though. I wasn't there. You never invaded my dreams.
Um, she'll begin to contort his body in ways that should obviously be painful, but he's basically in a drug-induced coma to
Whoa, whoa,
stabilize
whoa,
him from.
whoa! Hey, what are you doing? I thought we
Oh,
agreed to be civilized.
you don't seem to have much care for your friend here.
Well,
I'm
he's
sure
not
I'd
your
like if
friend.
he really is your friend.
He's not your friend. He's our friend.
And she will throw him. Roll a distance here. She'll throw him across the courtyard.
What? That's not nice.
Oh,
Jowkazza's
not very far though.
gonna charge her.
Look, you've upset the Wookiee.
Go ahead and roll your perception.
Well, everything's 1D, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait,
That's true too.
is it your base perception or is it a skill that he can use a character point on?
This is uh let me read it.
Because if it's like,
May be used to levitate oneself or others. When used to levitate someone against their will, the target may resist using their perception or control to add to the difficulty.
shit,
How much Jowkazza weigh? Figure it weighs
he's
between
he's been
100 and
eating a
1,000
lot.
kilograms, right?
Yeah, he put on some weight.
He always gains weight during tax season. It's not his fault.
Every time I type a backslash, it goes to search for
Non-stop
something.
sitting and snacking while he's crunching those numbers.
And the room service we had earlier.
Uh, Jowkazza, you start to float up in the air. You're no longer able to rush towards her.
Look, are we going to spend the entire time where you just throw my friends around? Or,
Now, I believe that he's friends with this red one.
okay. Okay, well, look,
I
you're
mean,
throwing my friends
the
around.
value. Why don't you just tell me where the ship is?
Well, I don't know right this second, but I can find out.
How long will it take you?
Uh, well, I'll have to get off this planet. I'll have to get back to my ship. I'll have to make a couple of calls, but uh, it should be a relatively straightforward process. You just have
No,
to.
why don't I just take you with me?
Hmm, well,
I've got a ship. She looks up
oh,
at the interdictor in space.
so you took over the Lumini Pirates interdictor. Got it. Well, always wanted to fly one of those things.
I
Um,
mean, does anybody else want to say anything? Rusty, you can move to wherever you want Rusty to be at the moment.
I should just probably protect Boda. I mean, not Boda, but get closer to Jowkazza.
you know, and I'm going to turn on my internal comm and be like, so everyone can hear me on our secret on our line that we set up just for us. Yeah, um, I I have always wanted to go aboard an interdictor cruiser. In fact, I had a uh, good friend named Genos who served aboard one, and he always talked about it. Talked about how much he liked seeing those or being inside those. Yeah, I sure would like to see him again. But anyways, I'm sure we can go along our. I can go with you, and we can go and try to get your thingamadoo from the Crucible II.
So you'll come with me.
Yeah, I'll come with you.
Why don't you all come with me then? It'll be so much simpler.
Well, are you gonna take? I mean, some of these people are my friends. Some of them I don't know.
Oh, I'm not worried about the others. In fact, kill him.
No,
And
I don't really like that.
she, she gestures to the remaining collective that she has to finish off the New Republic, and they start to um.
Wait. What if I? Wait. Stop. How about we just go? We don't need to kill any of these people.
Do you know what they've done?
Uh, no, but I don't know if I'll believe you. What have they done?
They're built on the ashes of the very people that killed my family, my sisters.
Uh, you mean there's, you mean metaphorical sisters?
No, I
Oh.
mean, the Night Sisters.
You
Uh,
mean metaphorical building? What does that even mean?
okay. Well, here's the thing. They're not directly responsible. Let's leave them. I'm offering myself right now. We don't. They're fine. Let's go. We're not. If you really want this thing, are you gonna go through this entire castle and slaughter everyone before we go? We could just. It's just gonna take up time. They're not worth. I'm gonna say. I guess I'm gonna try to persuade and say, hey, it's not worth the time. You're close to getting the thing you want. You don't want to spend time going through this entire place and killing everybody. And I guess that's a persuasion. So
There's not really that many left. 4 downstairs, in there. She points to the building that you guys haven't entered yet.
that was my persuade.
Willpower against persuade, right?
Yeah.
She pauses for a second, holds up her hand. Kill the ones up here, and they'll move to finish the soldiers that are up above ground.
I'm going to try to intimidate her from the sky. And I'm gonna spend, how many character points can you spend on a roll?
As many as you want, man.
I'm gonna spend 4 character points to get me +2 plus back
So
to normal +2 more.
you are just before you.
No,
Before
I
you,
rolled it.
I
Well-
mean, before I accept the roll, I just want to point out you're not in a position of strength against her, so she actually gets a modifier to her roll as
Okay.
well.
All right, whatever.
Do you still want to roll?
Jowkazza would not stand by and let this injustice go, and if she does just start
She's
killing
indicating-
people,
From everything that Jowkazza can see, to be fair, she's indicating that she's going to kill stormtroopers.
it's injustice doesn't matter. Nope.
Okay, so is Jimmy knocked out? But and if so, we still have Rusty, who just sort of walked into this like holy shit, and then Boda. What the?
Jimmy's not knocked out. He's fine. He beat the damage roll. He would have been stunned at the worst, really, I think, because
The time of
it
his
wasn't a
life.
very big fall. Anybody else can interject or do whatever they'd like in the interim, but she's. I don't need any witnesses.
They're all knocked out anyway.
Come here, girl. Sorry, one mic.
How many
Half
people are
monkey,
up here
one
that
fly.
are alive still?
I think there's like 3 or 4.
Oh come on! I can't stand here while she just murders 3 or 4 people. Hey,
3
this
3 people.
3 people. This isn't. Oh, okay. Well, 3 I'm okay with.
So there's one here that's he's already incapacitated, and there's 2 that are wounded up here by on the column right there.
Yeah. Hey, look. I know you like to kill people. Just isn't gonna work for me. I'm okay with going and working with you to get this thing back, but I'm not gonna stand here. Like you just can't keep killing people. It was like I felt like we were in a negotiation here for me to surrender, and we would go with you and do this. And now you're changing the terms of the deal, and that's not something that's gonna really work for me. Can we just let's just go while this will still work out good for both of us.
Do this. I want to do this.
This person's got the high ground. Is on the ledge
No,
of the.
she's down here.
I'm
This
pretty
is
sure
down below everything.
Jowkazza has the high ground right now.
Where
highest
is
of
she
grounds.
now on the map?
He's the figure in front of Blaine.
Oh. I thought-
Wait, when did Plus get down here?
She carried Plus's limp, unconscious body when
Oh, that's right.
Blaine
That's
said he was their friend.
That's right.
Guys, if I throw a grenade, I'll kill you all. A guarantee.
Actually, we talked about this earlier. We thought you had a thermal detonator, and we're like, oh, we could use that. And it's like, no, you didn't take any thermal detonators. I'm like, oh.
It's like one thing Dusty or Rusty did not take with him. I'm
What's
trying to remember.
the thermal detonator?
Yeah.
Hey, wait. Is Sparky still in the X-Wing?
Sparky?
No, there was another droid in the X-wing.
Yeah, that was the problem. I was going to have Sparky replace the droid in the X-Wing, but there was already a droid there.
Yeah, because then Sparky wouldn't take no shit.
Sparky wouldn't take no shit in general. I just don't know if he can pilot anything very well. But he can navigate very well.
I think he could do something. Did you say navigate?
Yes.
We'll get there maybe.
Where are we going? Somewhere.
Jimmy, you see coming up the stairs, Ian.
Oh, that's right. He did hide away down there.
He actually, you guys didn't notice. I'll move this dead body. He actually, when you guys all changed into New Republic commando armor or whatever, and as everything else was happening, he snuck into that building area. And then behind him, you see this guy.
Oh, fuck. I was really hoping AT-88 would find him and get him out of here. Shit.
And AT-88 comes up with them.
Fuck. I want my credits back. I'm gonna say that to AT-88.
It sounds like you guys got us away. Oh, this is not good. Off the planet. He heard you bargaining to get off the planet and came up.
No good.
I don't want to force combat or force anything. There's no major like combat intent right now. She simply wants something that is on board that ship.
Well, I
Well,
already.
no.
She also wants to kill.
to kill everybody.
She also does not want people to know that she was here.
Okay. That's her problem.
It could be everybody's problem.
Well,
She blames the New Republic or somebody for killing her sisters.
I know. I was thinking, wait, they're triplets, or there's three of them now. This is getting out of hand.
No.
I know it's the Night Sisters, but I was for a second I thought maybe there was more of the, Katira family.
No, God.
I was gonna try to walk past Jowkazza, but I'm afraid he's gonna attack me.
You can walk past him. He's floating in the air. Jowkazza's being held in the air right now because he tried to rush towards her.
Oh, that's right.
Jowkazza would never attack Rusty, regardless of Wookiee rage.
I know, but if I was behind him,
No.
he would see me.
That would
Okay.
never. I don't care what anybody says. Jowkazza would not attack.
Jowkazza,
friends
love you.
Jowkazza guarantee.
Actually, to Jowkazza, she
Is
says,
that the shagging your taxes logo motto? I don't care what anyone
Jowkazza will
says.
never kill you.
Jowkazza will never kill you.
She actually says to Jowkazza, "Who do you think killed that doctor?"
Oh.
Does it matter?
Well,
Does it? You tell me if it matters to Jowkazza whether or not.
Well, what matters is that he wasn't there to save them, and he's not going to let other helpless people sit here and be killed,
but I mean,
regardless of
Hey,
whether or not they're on the quote unquote good side or bad side.
yeah, but I mean, she's saying she did it.
No,
oh no, she's not saying she did it. She
Oh,
no,
as
she's
you
saying that
intimidate
they
her for
did
killing
it.
the New Republic,
Yeah, she's
she's
saying
oh,
that they did it. As
intimating that the New Republic did it.
I
oh.
shouldn't.
I was
I
like,
shouldn't care if he left. Yeah.
did you? Yeah, I was like, okay, we're just gonna pin everything we don't like on this person. You also
Okay.
killed my mentor, my dog. Yes, Barry, it was me all along.
You gave me cavities when I was 7?
Yes, it was me all along. Well, hey, here's the thing. We could let's. I honestly don't know how I could persuade her anymore. So I'm gonna quickly look around. So there's an earth wall here.
Uh-huh.
She's walking around just killing people.
Well, right now she's standing there. Um,
And this is just a yacht here. Is there anybody else alive that's around her, or is it just her
uh,
and?
these guys are both heavily injured and barely conscious. And then you've got Chris Columbus and Hella next to another nearly dead guy.
Okay, but there's no one blocking me from getting to that yacht, except for maybe her earthbending powers. What I wouldn't give for a rocket pack.
Let's let's make it fair. I don't have to just kill the New Republic. Cut the waste. And she points to Hella. Hella nods to Chris Columbus, and he draws a blaster at this Moncal.
Hey, whoa, whoa,
Starts
whoa!
to
That's one of my friends.
raise his hands, and he kills him.
No. Well, now you killed one of my friends. That was the third Skiv brother.
Jowkazza shoots his bowcaster at her.
Okay, you wanna pull your bowcaster and fire it at her? Go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, I see this happening. Okay, I want to try to do something if she takes her attention and puts it on to Jowkazza. But you do you, Jowkazza. I'm just throwing out there that I'm gonna react to this if she loses her concentration for a minute.
Okay. Did you take that intimidate roll?
I only if you want to keep the intimidate roll.
Yeah. Did that
Okay.
intimidate her?
She did not seem intimidated. You're at a position of weakness, and she. I mean, I'll roll her. So she rolls a 25 plus her modifier. She's not intimidated.
But she knows how scary you can be.
All right. I rolled a 9.
All right.
On your bowcaster?
Go
Yeah.
ahead and roll damage for your bowcaster.
It's still just base strength, right? I don't get the bonus for Wookiee Rage.
Your bowcaster as a ranged weapon doesn't get your strength bonus, so it's just a 60 damage for the bowcaster.
No. Wait. I don't understand. Hold on.
What's
Oh yeah,
what?
that's right. 60. Yeah, okay.
She will raise her hand and catch the bolt. The I don't know how, like, it's an energy weapon, but there's also a bolt associated with the bowcaster, right?
A quarrel. Yeah.
Coral, yeah. So she'll catch it and absorb the energy from it.
Okay.
Isn't very nice.
All right. As that fires out, um,
She will respond to Jowkazza's turn
okay.
with go ahead and roll your perception.
Me?
Jowkazza?
Jowkazza, yeah.
What?
Uh, six. Every time I try and I press backslash it does the quick find on this. Okay, and um, Jowkazza, you are crippled by pain. She releases telekinesis on you. You fall to the ground. You can roll your strength for a short drop, but it won't matter. You're unharmed because you're not far enough to hurt Jowkazza with his base strength. And you are crippled with pain, and you're unable to act the rest of this round or next round.
Sounds good.
She does not initiate combat immediately on that, although she's right on the edge of it if anybody decides that they're going to do anything else.
Well,
Blaine and Rusty, roll your perception. Just your base perception to see if you to just roll me your base perception. Put it that way. This doesn't count as an action or an initiative. Just
Do I add one because I'm freaked out?
you add one to your. Oh no, you can add your 1D because this is a. I'd include this on preternatural senses.
Freaking out, guys.
She's wearing. You both would notice this. She is wearing like a heavy Jedi robe, cloak. But as she takes each action, you see a surge of that green light um, from within her robe.
okay. So she's got this. She's got the similar pendant. Oh, okay. So I'm thinking that pendant must be like Dathomir, dead Night Sisters or something. Okay.
Yeah, and that's it. Why don't we all
Okay. Wait. So when that whole Rusty debacle,
go on board the ship?
I want to run to the ship.
The yacht?
Yeah, I want to run to the yacht. I can get there within 10 spaces. I want to get to the yacht. Oh no. Well, oh no. No, I can't. It's I was counting the squares. Well,
You can get past her or like right up to her almost.
shoot, I can't shoot her because she's going to absorb the energy. Okay, yeah, so here's the thing. You'll stop killing people, we'll all go in the yacht.
Stop killing who?
Just anybody.
All right.
All right, see?
They don't matter anyways.
Stop killing people and let's start finding this object.
I don't need these extra bodies though. And she points to the two behind her. Are you attached to them as well?
Yeah, yeah. That's Jimmy and that's Bimmy. I got sick. I got food poisoning my first night here, and They took good care of me. Told me stories about growing up on Dantooine and how it used to take forever to get from one end of the island or end of the planet to the other. And they wrote a song called "Man Dantooine's Big," and you could find it on Spotify. And that's my fast stock.
You, Jowkazza, you're on the ground now, as well. Uh, she did drop that telekinesis on you.
And that is a real song you can find on Spotify.
You, you carry the bodies.
Okay.
What's the random die for, Jowkazza?
What? I don't know.
Okay.
I hit the button on my computer. I can't make any actions right now, so I'm playing snow running on Xbox.
You can now. Just, you know, yeah, you can now.
Okay.
You know, lady.
She will reach out past Rusty, and the gem will float, will start moving toward in the air, kind of flying towards her quickly
That's going to put us in a bad spot.
until she can get it into her grasp.
Okay, pause real quick. All right, should we just try to shoot and destroy that, and then we're going to get into combat?
Mm-hmm.
Or do we go on the ship and then try to steal it from her once we're on board?
Oh, yeah.
No, I think if she gets both of these gems, she only has a couple left to go. I think.
Can I just throw some grenades at her while she's trying to float this thing at her?
Ugh. Sparky, 1 in a million grappling hook shot.
So, I don't know, Blaine, you would know this having been around Genos. I don't know that Rusty would know this, but you've seen similar based on how she reacted to Jowkazza. You've seen similar from Genos before that he could almost sense what people were going to do just before they were going to do it and be able to react to it ahead of time, which is kind of it's the Jedi combat sense is the Force power, but
Yeah.
is it combat?
Well,
Yeah, it's combat sense. And that's how she was able to. That's part of how she was able to react to like Boda raising the Earth wall ahead of time before he could run for it, kind of a thing. I don't know if you would want to pass that along to everybody else, but you would know that.
She's got to be limited in how frequently and heavily she can use this thing, right? Like eventually, she's going to run out of.
Father, you've decided to come along now that the war is over.
What? Who's she talking to?
Talking to her dad.
She nods over to her dad.
Okay.
All right,
I've
yeah.
seen this before, man. This is some daddy issue stuff. I mean, I mean, I got a deal for her. She can work at my buddy's club, man. She would make a lot of money.
Shit. And what are they doing? They're just standing up there? 8 Jesus Christ. Can you sneak out of here? Take Grant? Can you get him out of here?
I don't think that you're the one giving orders right now.
God damn it.
And Ian actually sheepishly holds up the droid collar, and as you search your pockets, you realize that he pickpocketed you a while ago.
Son of a bitch. It runs in the family.
Now, yeah, you guys tell me what you want to do. I could kind of interject with a couple different random things, but I want to know what you guys want to do kind of in the moment.
Well,
She wants something.
Yep.
Um,
Something that Katira has and got off the Crucible II. And I mean, at this moment, we don't have our gear all the
it
way.
might be the very reason that Katira took the Crucible too. Um, but she wants something. Whatever it is, whether you know what it is or not, she wants something. It's on the Crucible too. Um, she's obviously a powerful Force user. You get the sense that for whether it's from Dathomiri witch magic or her, whatever's pulsing green as she performs that magic, that it's something that she's probably stronger than Genos, put it that way.
Whoa.
Um, and significantly stronger than Hella, displayed at any given point. Um,
Is she stronger than the Moonman Rider?
I don't know. That's a good question. If, if
It's
an
not.
individual, I don't want to like instigate combat on an individual's action per se, because I don't know if everybody wants to jump into combat, but you guys are all welcome to stay. Like, I mean, I can even take like 2 minutes to take a sidebar if you guys want to do something or want to board her ship and go back with her. Um, all like
I
that.
mean,
You're kind of at that little bit of an impasse. I don't want to prod your guys' conversation points or questions too much because she's not necessarily super open with everything that she would want. She's not going to villain monologue or anything on you.
Well, yeah, but we've tried to negotiate with her. She's stonewalling that. We're
She's
obviously not beating
willing to
her in
take you guys.
combat, and she knows everything that we're about to think and do.
She can, yeah. I mean, she can react. As a mechanics wise, for you guys that I know that Jordan would know this, but I don't know that you guys would. But like mechanics wise, you guys do know that whenever you take another action, you lose 1d, right? Um, so like one tactic that Katira took there against Sisbon that got her shot by her own blaster a couple times was to try to take multiple, like burn off multiple actions to kind of ruin their action economy is one way to fight a force user, a dark force user. Um, so it's not like she can infinitely respond, but she is significantly more powerful than Hella was. And yeah, like she can respond, but only to a degree, right? She gets lower every time, right? Think back to like Order 66. Mundi, who's a Jedi Master, can block so many blaster bolts from the clone troopers around him before he's just shot down, right? Um, so there's that aspect. You guys have very much acted on kind of like individual impulse, especially Jowkazza, who I, I love the thought. Jimmy's kind of, you can do whatever you want as well. Rusty, you can do whatever you want. I'm just trying to play out where this character would kind of move towards, and what she kind of wants to do.
I really
She's
would like to just push her off into the water. Would be my ideal.
You have a value to her um, as the next step towards finding what she wants. She's gone through a lot to get what she wants. That's what you know right now.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, the
and the only reason really that she's kept you alive and isn't like trying to slaughter you guys wholesale is she thought she was coming here to get something and it's not here, right?
right. Okay. Let's talk. Uh, um. Okay. Couple
Here,
of things.
I'll even, I'll, what do you want?
You'll
5 minutes?
leave. You'll leave.
I'll leave.
Leave
I'll
for a
leave for
minute.
5 minutes. Yeah. Or you can message me when you want me back. I'll go to the steam room. I'll hang out in the steam room.
Go. Yeah. Go to the steam room. Grab a drink. Let's sidebar it. Okay, guys. I think we have two options. One, we can go with her. Uh, okay. Well, someone could try to sneak away, or fly away in the X-wing. Go get help, and then come find us. But we don't really know where everyone will be. Also, it's an interdictor cruiser, so you'd have to like fly to the other side of the planet to get away from to sort of leave orbit. So that'd be tricky. But I don't think we can fight her right this second unless we had a really good plan.
Also, there's two Force users. We haven't even talked about Hella.
Well, Hella is not that strong, and we took away her pendant, and what's her face didn't give the pendant back.
For now,
Kailea,
right?
for now. But
I think that's the problem, right? It's the would we if we had Boda would that make a difference? And probably the answer is yes to a degree. Um, but we're down a person.
yeah, I mean, I don't think we can fight at all without Boda. Like
I can't escape either in that X-wing because, as you saw, I just got tossed out of it like no tomorrow. So
see
even if we get back in,
this is
I don't
here's the
think
thing. She doesn't know that Sparky, an astromech droid, is like one of our group, right? She has no idea. Like he's just an astromech droid to her.
can Sparky do anything in this ship when there's already a bot in there?
Well, they
An
could just
astromech
swap
droid?
out, right? What if Sparky takes over the X-wing, flies and goes and gets help, and
We call for backup.
and then literally we have all of the cloned Jedi that we rescued on the Judicator. Like he can go to the Judicator, and if even if Genos isn't there, Dask and the clone of Rower and Karab were two Jedi Masters. I'm just yeah, I don't know. I think that's sort of what I'm thinking. But also I think if we got on board, we could probably sneak our way around. Like I feel like we're less good at open combat. And I don't know
We're
if
terrible. If we're not we don't have the level of. None of us have Jedi powers, so I think that's the problem. So once you introduce people with powers, it becomes uh, the combat. To your point earlier about combat rules, like they become silly, right? Force users just can just destroy everything.
yeah.
They break the game. They literally can. They become like gods or demigods, and they can become untouchable.
Yeah.
In some respects, right? So knowing that there's at least one powerful force user, if not potentially a second, um, I'd say we go with her. That's kind of my take. Jimmy probably doesn't have much care if he were to go with her. I think he just wants to not have everyone get slaughtered. I think Jawa Jimmy's not uncaring, but also he doesn't want to see his friends die. He kind of has a fear that's like, well, I just got tossed from a ship, and I got Jowkazza and just got tossed. Like, this is probably not our strong point to fight this person.
Yeah, I kind of see it as like we don't have like here's the thing. If all of us had all of our gear, it might be a sort of different story right now. But the problem is that none of us have all of our actual gear, and we're fighting against a really strong force user. I say we go with her, and I think we'll do better if we're sort of if she underestimates us, and then we either sneak out or do whatever we need to do to sort of like we can do certain like if she locks us up, our group knows how to escape things. Um, if she I think that we can do more damage as sort of like insurrectionists on the ship, and maybe we can get like even a message out just in case, like we couldn't get Sparky or anyone to leave. But here's the other thing: at the very very worst, if she destroys that X-wing, she probably will still not think about Sparky, and Sparky could go all the way down the way we came because he made it up. Go back the way we came, go to the boat, get Lulu, and then Sparky and Lulu could leave the planet somehow. I don't know how.
Somehow I don't think I'll go with this. I'm gonna roleplay as Sparky. Sparky wouldn't care. Sparky wouldn't listen to all. I think, if anything, Sparky would be upset he's being taken away from combat. That is what I. If I were to roleplay this correctly, right, it would be Sparky would want to come with us because he wouldn't want to miss the action.
Uh,
That is literally what this bot would do.
but what if we were to
Given the
promise
attitude it has.
more action by bringing more people to the combat?
That's not a bad proposition. Would Sparky even have the knowledge of Genos and other people to contact? I guess that's my
Well,
follow-up question.
he's been to the Judicator where they are, so he knows how to get there. But I mean, I guess you're right. He's also one little droid in the world.
Yeah. How would he
I'm
communicate with
just a droid in the world.
I don't know. What do you guys think? Like, I think we're gonna have to go with her, but
I think we should. I think we should go with her,
Yeah.
and then maybe I can like start helping other prisoners like with their taxes, and then eventually I'll help her with her taxes, and then I'll use that to create a new identity for myself, and then I'll walk out wearing prison clothes, but I'll have really nice shoes on, because how often do you look at a man's shoes?
I don't know the reference.
Oh man. Hey. But anyway, let's do that.
Okay, so we go with her, but the other thing that we do have is this is something that we bought missions and missions ago, and we've always said we've had them and never take them off. We have these very small, undetectable comm links in our ears. So what we could do is like if we get split up, I think we had 3 of them. Like we could, Boda and I, and then I guess if we were going by seniority, Jimmy would have the other one. We could still communicate. All right. Well, I guess we're going with her. So, and then we'll plan to try to break out before we get there. And if we don't, you know what? Maybe we just give her what she wants by the time we get there. I don't know. Because we're gonna have to tell Katira to meet us somewhere, or go to Katira. So maybe we can send out a coded message when we come to that. Either way, let's switch back and let's go with her.
Yeah, I think we should go with her. I don't think the Sparky would have the ability to go. Like I find it hard to believe that I could convince Sparky to leave. I guess that's the.
Yeah. And so I guess Lulu is just going to be there forever. Do you think Lulu will wait for you, Rusty?
Well, Lulu will find a way out.
Lulu's probably already gone.
Well, yeah, Lulu is a hot mess, man. Dangerous hot mess.
Yeah, I think Lulu's already gone.
All right.
All right. Well, Kailea, let's get out of here. We're wasting time. We want to make sure you get that. What is the thing called that you're looking for again?
It's a focus.
Okay, a focus. So we're gonna help you get this focus. So let's get off this planet and get rolling.
Why don't you carry the bodies?
That's right. Let's. Okay, I'm gonna take Jimmy and Bimmy with me. My good old pals.
Actually, she'll step aside, and Chris Columbus, Hella, one cat, and who else alive? Is Trandashan. They'll start. Octavian Grant We'll say this is quite unorthodox.
Granted, I wish we were meeting again under better circumstances. Quite a change.
I seem to recall meeting you. Maybe. Did he? Have you ever met him?
I thought I was on the Republica, but I might not have been.
I don't know. You were the GM, weren't you? Were you on it? Maybe. I feel like maybe you just sent Tech and Katira
To their
on
deaths.
suicide mission.
This is revenge.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Actually, I could. I'll check, but this I guess doesn't really matter.
But okay, so you guys load up onto the yacht.
Yep.
Um,
Wait, but
it
let's be
will.
clear on who she takes.
They'll take all of you guys. The New Republic will be effectively forced to stand down.
Is she taking
I
plus?
think you guys. Plus is unconscious on the ground. Do you want to carry Plus with you? You can. You said he's your friend.
No, I'm asking, is she taking them?
She told you guys to take the bodies if you wanted to carry any bodies with you.
All right, I'm not taking plus.
I've already taken Jimmy and Bimmy, so I really don't like. Now we have extra hostages that she'll probably
They're
try to
well,
kill.
J- Jimmy and Bimmy are collective soldiers.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Oh, what the heck? I thought they were New Republic.
No, they had the
No,
red dot.
Oh well,
no, and
then
that was
you want me to carry Jimmy and Bimmy on board? Fine, I'll do it.
Yeah, do it.
It's my
Absolutely.
mistake.
She already thinks you're close to them.
she will give the gem to Hella.
Damn it. Reluctantly.
I'll take this. I'll take this one, and I pick up Hella.
Hella's actually in good condition. She doesn't need you to carry her.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. I got you. I'll pick her up.
He also runs a
Yeah.
successful taxi cab company where he
Let
is
me
the
tell
cab.
you all about how to pay. Make sure
All
you
right.
get capital gains on whatever this thing we're going on getting in.
I don't know what you guys plan to do, so I don't want to rush through, but I'll walk you through. She'll have you place binders on yourselves
Okay.
on the yacht. Take your weapons, and you guys will transport to the Isle Resort, where you'll then board a transport ship from the very small shipyard that's there. In the chaos of everybody fleeing the apparent Imperial assault on the area, there are ships departing the planet kind of en masse, and they've more or less overwhelmed the spaceport, and they're just kind of flying out on their own. And she will take you out of you'll go out of orbit, and you will not actually board the interdictor cruiser.
Ah.
Um, I have no use for that.
Ah. Hey, if you're feeling generous, sure could go for an interdictor cruiser right now.
I want the New Republic to think that it was all an Imperial ruse.
Damn, they're probably gonna just decommission this ship like everything else.
Well, it's set to defend itself, and there's some pirates that have no way off, so I'm sure that they'll fight and eventually surrender or die with the ship. Doesn't matter to me. And you guys exit into hyperspace.
How many in her crew are there? Like,
Um, when you end up there, there's another half dozen or so that were awaiting her on the isle itself with the ship ready.
okay. And
Um,
what
she
ship
does
are we
not
on? What kind of ship is this?
It's a transport size ship, fancier. I'd have to like look up at the exact type. This is one thing I didn't look up is what class of transport, but it's a transport ship, transport size ship.
Mm, I mean, like, what kind? Like a Millennium Falcon type ship, a shuttle, or
No, this is nicer because the Isle is like upper crust aristocratic kind of New
oh
Republic
wait, so
first fell.
she stole this ship, or I'm just
Mm.
wondering what ship this like basically.
Yes, she stole the ship. And I don't think you would probably see a like a pilot's dead body on board, but you wouldn't see the people that would own the ship normally.
Too many.
It'd be a luxury yacht of some type.
Ooh, I might be very familiar with this. What? Uh, okay. Well, I do want to know about this
You
ship.
know what I'm thinking of?
Are we just sitting around? Is this a source sub luxury yacht?
Why can't I find it? Uh, yes.
Like the one that both Lando, I, and Katira own, or is it a
No,
different model?
no, it's nicer.
Oh,
It's
really?
a luxury 5000.
Ooh, that's the nice one with the two sides.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, I do like that model. So what are we? Okay, so if we're going along with it, are we? Where is she taking us? Because we haven't told her to go anywhere. We haven't contacted
She'll
anybody.
she'll jump a short distance away to have clearance and then ask you where you're going to get her ship or get her focus.
Hmm. Uh,
Which is interesting because I hadn't originally thought that Katira would take the Crucible II, but when we ran that side mission, I was like, yeah, I guess that, like she's not going to be able to take any of these other ships. Like that's what she's going to have to take if she's going to bring people along with her. But you do have the ability to contact, you can find your way to be able to contact her because it was repaired in Bespin Yards. So
yeah. Okay, I was thinking there might be a little bit more lockup chance for escape. Uh, okay, so she just immediately she goes into hyperspace, jumps out, and then we're still just standing around on in the foyer. Just
um yeah, kind of like you're just sitting in the like a open like area. You she's not super interested in keeping you extremely comfortable.
well, this is such a luxurious yacht with uh, sh- such shameful or such unaccommodating hosts. All right, well,
She's gonna ask how to find the ship.
okay, well, let me scope up the situation a little bit more before let's keep setting the scene real quick. So, there's six of her guards around there, and there is all of us just standing around in uh, cuffs.
Unarmed in binders. Yeah.
Hmm, let's see. Okay, I'll look around see if anybody has any ideas. Is here's something real quick. In all of this
You,
action that led us here, what became of Sparky? What
I would assume that Sparky, you guys brought Sparky with you,
is he
unless you wanted to leave
with
him
us
behind somehow.
or like is he standing here? Like what's and then also about Sparky.
She would have her men put a restraining bolt on Sparky.
Hmm,
Would this is what I wrote earlier? Uh, would the Dathomir which even know that Sparky is not just a random astromech sitting up there? Would they even be able to identify Sparky, given that it's now hidden with its blue flame on the side?
I mean, Yeah, so Sparky doesn't have his arms and legs, but like she's she's not just a random death. Well, she runs a criminal organization, r- roughly still. Um, Ian kind of gave you a bit of the backstory. He didn't necessarily tell you guys everything. You guys could always question him if you wanted to, but they're not savages. But they wouldn't see that. They would Sparky looks like an astromech, so they think Sparky's an astromech. Yeah, they put a restraining bolt on him because astromechs do have repair equipment and can do things like cut binders.
Yeah. And do we see where they took all of our weapons? Do we have any idea? Like, I mean, we gave up our weapons and gear.
They
Are we still
you guys
wearing all of our like
you're
outfit?
still wearing the equipment, the armor you were wearing, but they left your weapons on the aisle on the yacht.
Oh wait, so what about? Okay, okay.
Hmm.
So they didn't even bring our weapons with us. Wait, uh, Troy, what about your lightsaber?
That's what I was gonna ask. Like, would they know that I have a lightsaber?
Did they? I mean, did they search us? I guess they
The
probably.
guards would search you. Yeah, they would basically take your weapons off you, yeah, or have you turn them over and then pat you down. Um, let's roll a d10 and we'll say 8 and above. The guards don't notice that you have a lightsaber, and then we'll roll another one based on that to see you're searched by if if it's noticed by any.
You could
Oh yeah, yeah.
also. That would also be a hide. I don't know. Like, you're a Jawa with junk everywhere. A Jawa with
I mean,
junk everywhere.
you want to try and hide it?
Could I hide it in the astromech? Could I hide it in Sparky before we get boarded? Because they don't know about his compartment of secrets.
Is it possible
Probably
they
not.
just think it's junk, the lightsaber?
I mean, they
You
could
could
think it's
you could
junk.
try to hide it, and then what's the compartment on Sparky? It should have a base level of difficulty to find. Let's see if it's like noticeable. I don't know if it is on there though.
I mean, R2 was able to put it in his head.
That's true.
I mean, I think that's pretty hard to find. I mean, they're
Well, and
not going
Sparky has a internal cargo area. I don't know what the rules are on the hiding within the internal cargo area. You could try a hide to see if you can hide it on Sparky, and see if any of the guards notice it.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, even if so, Jabba knew what
Their search.
Jedi were, and even he didn't notice the lightsaber on
Right.
Sparky. And I think be very surprising for a Jawa, an astromech.
Yeah, Jawa Jim's gonna steal that lightsaber before we even get over there. I feel like that's what he would have tried to have done. Because there's no way he's giving up that. Yeah, there's no way. Yeah.
Yeah, go nuts.
Gotcha.
It's like his prized junk.
Yeah. What would the roll be for hide? That's what I don't know. Is that a sneak?
It's a
Or
perception.
It's a perception.
Hide is a perception skill.
oh, this is gonna be awful. All right.
Well,
Uh,
and they're yeah. You are being watched to a degree. It's whether or not you can sneak it past them. So go nuts.
Well, yeah.
I was up here initially, right? So if I was up here and the master mech was over here,
There were
and
two. There was one here and one was the Trandoshan. He was over here nearby you.
would he
Kind of
have
close.
seen me sneak something? Would the transition have enough perception to see what I'm doing?
Hey, I rolled their search to observe you.
All right.
As you
Damn.
guys are effectively surrendering, right? Like they don't want to get themselves shot randomly. They have seen that she's more than willing to let them die.
I'm gonna go spend 5 character points. I don't lose this lightsaber.
Wow.
Jealous of this
Actually,
guy.
yeah, I got 85. Yeah, why not? I'm
Well,
gonna spend 5 of these. Like,
man,
I don't want to lose this thing.
well, yeah. So I mean, whether or not they bring something that you tried to hide to anyone, and then anything happens with it, who knows? But you can hide it. You can do whatever you want. You tell me. You go nuts, Jimmy.
Jimmy's gonna hide it. There's no way he wouldn't hide it. He would definitely spend. Yeah, he would definitely spend the points to get that. He'd be extra sneaky. So what? So hiding is base perception.
Well, it's a
Yeah,
skill.
for you, it's face perception.
Yeah, he's gonna spend them points. He's gonna spend all 5 of them just to keep that lightsaber that he spent so much time practicing with. All right, let's do this. 5 skills, so 85 down to 80. That's fine. He needs that so badly. He's not gonna give that up. Do. Wait, that didn't roll right.
You lose on a 6, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, that would definitely lose on a 6, especially at only. Oh my god. Are you kidding me?
This little what are they called? Fan
Yeah.
sees you, and he brings it to Kailea,
Oh no.
who holds it, and you see a
That is
like
the
a
most horrible
like
roll
a
I've ever
green.
seen.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. I'm sorry. You
I,
see a green smoke, like that green Icarus smoke, kind of seep out from her robe around the blade as she holds it. Interesting. I don't think it'd have the same effect on me, but I'll give it back to you once I let you go. This could
Damn
be a
it.
lot of fun for you. So
That's such a waste. Oh my god, that was a horrible roll. Holy crap.
she
Did I
won't.
roll that right?
They
Yeah, I did roll that right.
all your other stuff is kind of left behind, but they'll bring the lightsaber with them. And she notes that it is effectively. I don't know exactly how Jordan has the mechanics on this, but she notes that it's effectively a possessed weapon.
mm-hmm.
Um, when she holds it, and it's like it almost looks like the green smoke is containing whatever within it as she holds it, and she sets it aside. So
Well,
she'll want to know.
there
She
goes
just
my
wants
prize
to know
junk.
how to contact the Crucible II.
Yeah. Yeah. I I know a way to do that. Or if I can't get in direct contact, I will contact someone who can. But let me try to contact them directly. But as I think about that, I'm going to think: is there owning a similar vessel, one that is just a little bit older than this? Can I think of any sort of like override or like any sort of trick with these source sub models? Like you know how sometimes in a car there is like if you hit a certain thing, it locks people out of whatever they were doing. Is there? Can I think of anything like that if I'm coming up near the
Oh,
comms, where I may have access to other buttons? Is there anything that I can think of that overrides?
well, it is the communications console, so you're not going to have like the ship's drive and things along those lines. But um, go ahead and roll your. What would this be? I don't think it'd be like. I guess it'd be like. How do you run comms? There's no comms skill, is there? Would be a sensors maybe?
Sensors is my. Yeah, there is. I think there is actually a communication skill. But I'm thinking like. Yeah, I'm thinking like. There's communications repair. Yeah, there's no
There's a
communications.
communication skill. Comlink, subspace radio. So you can focus on the type, and then you can encode messages. You could roll to see if you'd have the ability. What do you want to try and do?
I'm trying to think if there's any sort of way I can lock out and like like get up to the comm and then do something that locks the ship and puts it into like a it just stops it or does anything to the ship.
Uh,
If I can't think of anything or to do that, I will try to do some sort of like secret message when I do the comms.
I don't know that you'd be able to do any like disabling the ship fully from the communications portion of it, but you could definitely encode a message. Um, Jowkazza, she will just because she was entertained by you, she'll tell you that she's telling you because you entertained her. Um, that the people that were involved with the killing of the doctor were not the New Republic, and that they still work within the remnant of the Empire. But she doesn't know, or she won't tell you. She won't tell you that much beyond that. But you'll get a little bit about the Doctor and know at least that it's not the New Republic that did it, if it was ever kind of in doubt in your mind. Yeah, Blaine, you can roll sensors if you want to try and encode a message, and I think that Blaine would probably know or have some sort of a. So you know that there's a secondary droid brain installed on this ship, and you could. What would that? Where's that at? It's a street. I would assume that you would like do a combined or a streetwise to see if you could run like an old encrypted message with your sensors if you wanted to try something like that.
Yeah, I'll do that. Send like an old encrypted message when I. Would it have to be to Katira or would it be?
It'd
Uh,
be you're transmitting to the Crucible II, which
yeah.
belongs to Katira. And the but the I don't remember what is it, JXM9 droid brain should be able to decrypt older encryption frequencies
Oh right, the
that current
JXM9 droid brain that you got from uh,
IBIS.
Ibis, that
Yeah.
was from the old Mandalorian ship. Uh, okay, okay. Um,
I mean, you kind of, I wouldn't say that Blaine, well, I mean, Blaine probably dealt with, because it's a personal friend, he dealt with the repairs on the Crucible 2 when it was in the yards.
right, that's cool. Okay, so I am going to. I don't need to send an encrypted message then, because if the droid brain from the old Mandalorian ship is on there, um, I will at the end of no, I guess that's all I need. Okay. All right. So I'm going to ask Kailea, how do you want me to phrase this? Where do you want me to tell Katira to meet us, or do we want to go to where she is? What if she doesn't have the focus on her? What do you want me to send her?
It's on the ship. Shit.
Okay.
She
So
can't open it. It wouldn't be useful to her anyways.
okay.
But I figure you've got to drop him off, so we can do a little meet with whoever this person's being delivered to.
Okay. Okay. Well, I will send a message out to the Crucible II. I will say, Katira, I hope you're back on Cloud City, because we need to make sure that we get something from the Crucible II. I'm not going to lie to you. We're in dire straits here and prisoners of. I'm going to be like, should we say your name? Like, do you want her to know? Do you care?
We don't care.
Okay, well, we're prisoners of your sister. We also have your dad here, so it'd be like a full homecoming, thing on Cloud City. We also have. Let me just kind of look around the room here, so you kind of know the stakes. We've got Jawa Jimmy, Sparky. We have Jimmy and Bimmy. We have your
Such a
dad.
long. She's like sitting there like.
We have
"Oh,
Rusty.
what is going on?"
We have we have Jowkazza. We have Jowkazza's translator droid. Who else is with us?
Boda.
Oh yeah, and Boda's here.
He's
So
been asleep for the last hour.
he got knocked out, I think. He's not doing so good. So, and as Boda would always say, and then I'm gonna say something in Mandalorian. Now, I don't know if I would have ever learned any Mandalorian. Probably not. But I'm gonna roll my languages because Boda did know the creed in Mandalorian. So maybe I would know how to say. I'm going to try to use an intonation like, so long and farewell or something like that. But what I'm really saying is bring backup or bring friends. And I know even if Katira doesn't know what that is in Mandalorian, the droid brain will know it because it's from an old Mandalorian cruiser. So I'll roll my languages.
Don't you know, this is all a complete scenario that I never thought would happen here. I thought we'd be running combat this whole time, guys.
I mean, it didn't seem like a good idea.
It also, I think it would have been different if Boda had actually been in this mission. Like, if Boda had actually, or if Luke had been here, maybe. I will also, because honestly, Blaine's never specifically looked up and tried to learn Mandalorian. It's probably going to be very hard. He's been around Boda. Boda knows the creed fluently in Mandalorian, so maybe he picked up a couple of words here. So I'm going to spend 2 character points just to make sure I'm racking my brain to make sure, like, bring backup, bring guns, bring whatever I can think of that's similar to that. But I'm gonna do a little wave as I do it, like, like Assalamu alaikum or whatever it is in Mandalorian. But make my intonation sort of sound like, goodbye. Well, as Boda always says, Boda woulda wanna. Maybe that's what Boda woulda wanna means. Bring backup. That'd be great. Hey, if I roll a 10 on a D10, could Boda woulda wanna mean bring backup in Mandalorian officially in our canon?
I don't see why not. Anybody want to vote against that?
That's fine.
All right. Well, here's my roll with two character points. Yeah, for trying to remember bring backup or bring something in Mandalorian. And then I will roll a D10 to see if 5. Maybe not.
Boda or woulda wanna. Some of those syllables might be in it, but I don't know if Boda woulda wanna mean bring back up.
All right, so I can say, well, set your destination to Cloud City because that is where we'll meet her. It's in
All
Bespin.
right.
Okay, out of character, does she know? Does she know who we all are? I don't think. It almost seems like she doesn't care. So I'm just asking.
Does no, she does not know who you all are with relation to Katira or really much at all. She no, she probably doesn't know who Octavian Grant is either. I mean, Katira's young. She's her older sister, but she's still young too. And she didn't exactly like learn the Imperial ranks and things like that. She's not Tapani, so she probably doesn't know Octavian Grant in that manner either. Um, she may know. She may know the name Blaine Hansom, but she might not know you because you weren't really criminal underworld. She'd recognize the Dysthyldric scar.
But I'm still wearing my costume. We're the frosted tips.
Yeah, even more so. Yeah. But yeah, no, no, out of character. No, she does not seem like she recognizes you in character. Let's put it that way. But basically, Hella told her that you guys seem to know Katira, and that's what she's going off of. Kind of out of character information there.
All right. Well, I really wish we could have got that cruiser, that immobilizer cruiser, the interdictor, guys. If I have any regrets, it's not being captured. It's that we didn't get that interdictor cruiser.
I'm just sad I wasted all those character points. I didn't even get to keep my lightsaber.
Well,
I feel really bad that you rolled. I mean, you rolled well below average, right? You rolled like just above a 2 on average with 7 dice. No, you rolled a 2 on average because you got a plus
I
1
rolled
to
two on average. It was 3 plus 2 plus 3
Oh.
plus 2. Like what?
Yeah.
Like
well,
it was bad.
I know it's another one of those let the dice decide moments, I guess.
Yep. Well, lost my... the one thing I actually trained for. It's been a bunch of character points. Nope. You
Well,
don't get that no more.
well, you'll get it back. She said she'd get it back to you.
Maybe. We'll see how this goes.
I don't know. I don't think she wants it, honestly.
She's not interested in it. It, interestingly enough, I mean, like she's wearing robes, so you can't be certain, but it doesn't look like she carries any weapons on her either. No bow, no
Dathomiri,
blade, no
didn't they have like a what was it, that whip?
the light whip. That was
Yeah, the one that's like
when we fought.
absolutely demente no.
That was
Whoever.
old canon
Yeah.
Night Sisters. It seems like she's new canon. But here's the thing about all the different varieties of Night Sisters. Like they
They're all
can
dead.
well, here's the thing. I think like old Night Sisters in canon and new Night Sisters in canon can both exist because in the old canon, most of them were not force sensitive. They were just wild women of the woods. Like, and that Dathomiri is a big planet. Like,
Yeah.
you could. It's like the difference between like here in Japan. Like you could have people that exist on the same planet and don't even interact with each other. At least that's how I would think about it in my headcanon to have it make all make
Yeah.
sense.
No, I would say that I believe that there are many clans there, and we met, the Singing Mountain clan. I think that using the old D6 stuff, which actually a lot of even the like the histories on the Night Sisters is even still based off of like that Aaliyah was the what rejected or exiled Jedi that came there and all that other stuff. Still kind of is what drives a lot of the Night Sister canon. But then then it drives into Mother Talzin and Old Daka and all these other things that happened during the Clone Wars TV show and other stuff. But so there's there's kind of two ways that you could that I can give you guys kind of the epilogue, even with that bring back up. Um, I could give you a loose epilogue, or you guys could have
No,
a
no.
rowdy epilogue where you
Yeah,
guys are stuck
we're
on somebody else's ship in whatever happens there. So you guys tell me, because I could definitely I could go either way, whatever you guys want.
I was going to. I mean, there's. I don't think there's any chance we're ready for an epilogue because once we get to Cloud City, it's going to be game on, right? She's coming to Cloud City, where ostensibly I have Corellian Corvette. We've got all of the Cloud cars. We have
That's true.
we have we have six X new T-70 X-wings and like 18 Z-95 headhunters. We've got all of like we have the I have total command of the wing guard. Like once we get there, talk about being overwhelmed. I'll just use my compad or whatever to send a message to Lobot, and we'll overwhelm her, and then she won't be able to leave. Anyways, that's my plan. I feel like we go full revenge on Cloud City.
I'm trying to think if they'd even recognize that Jawa Jimmy can still hack stuff wirelessly.
I
And
mean,
he's still.
right. As soon as we get to Cloud City, you can start communicating with people. Like, well, I don't know actually,
That'd
because
be a difficult one.
yeah, because Tech had access because he initially was going to be the new Lobot, and then Lobot we got Lobot to work for us. So then Tech left, but he still had to pay Cloud City back for his. But Tech probably would have given you access to Cloud City. Maybe I don't know. Because Tech on Cloud City was like Lobot, where he could just do everything. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we could. I guess you probably would. I'm just talking through it out loud. But what I'm
So,
saying here is,
oh, I forgot that. I will say one thing. She actually has two different coordinates. So she has the coordinates from you, and she has coordinates from Grant at that point. Um, one for the delivery of Grant, and one for the Crucible II.
wait. So what is she doing with Grant?
So her agreement with you is to basically to trade you guys, and Grant had a delivery item on him as well. If you want to drop him off, it's kind of like whatever you guys want to do. Because, and I mean, you guys could talk with Grant as well that he has a meet location in mind. Let's put it that way, like as a Tapani, like a location that they would meet that out non-Tapani would not know about, where he would be planned to be exchanged that didn't require transmitting locations over the holosphere or whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
You guys want to go to Cloud City to rendezvous with the Crucible II.
But would she care as
But
much
you guys,
about the Grant thing, or would she just want to
she's
get the
not,
focus?
and that's the thing is that you guys, like, I mean, if you guys want to tell them to kind of meet at Cloud City, she's not. Yeah, if that's how you,
We're going to Cloud City. And then we'll figure out Grant.
I would, just add into that. She's not, she's not an idiot, but she runs an organization that was able to steal an interdictor cruiser and probably has some other ships of their own kind of thing. So she's probably not going to show up by herself.
That's
But she
fine.
has displayed a willingness to just trade you guys over. So I mean, I
Well,
don't
so
know. I'm like,
Katira would also know that.
yeah, for
And
sure.
so if Katira's like, bring backup, she knows we're going to war. But I mean, I think even mentioning her sister is like, we're going to war. Also, we have her
Yeah,
dad. So it's and I
an
mentioned that
awkward
we had
situation for
Grant too.
Katira.
So
Yeah. Yep. Um, my as a just as a preface for you and Jordan, maybe you could send me some information based off this. With you saying something, the additional computer, whatever, on the Crucible would probably send out a signal in Old Mandalorian. So if you want, you could tell me what kind of the old Mandalorians or any other Mandalorians that might be able to respond to that message or receive that message.
Oh, you mean the
Um,
old Mandalorians that exist in the galaxy at this point? Because
right. I mean,
I
it's a
do have that
it's a,
list. We never. I mean, yeah.
you could bring in a lot of stuff into the end of this. I'm just like I also want to try and create a mission where you guys have something to do and aren't just prisoners on one ship within this whole thing. Maybe to
Well,
get you
here's
sort
the
of like get you
thing.
guys on a planet.
I mean, she's going to need to get off the ship to
Hmm.
go into the Crucible. Uh, I mean,
Definitely.
here's the thing, and I don't know if Katira's like. I guess it all depends on how they want to do that. Because if Katira flies up, she could bring back up, or if like we meet in sort of like a neutral, quote unquote, neutral ground on Cloud City, then
Yeah, this
we're
this
on the
this
ground, and then we're not getting
yeah,
off the ground again.
this would need I would I mean not to like I could run an epilogue where you guys meet in space and do whatever. Or if you guys so how about this? Katira receiving that. I mean she's off with Rem and Callan. Um
And the
Yeah.
Skip
would
brothers.
and the Skip brothers, which is a whole nother thing that like because Katira was gonna like offer them like, hey, you work for me, maybe we can figure something out. Um, she would go to Cloud City to ask Elaine for help
Yeah,
with something coming in from Blaine and asking to bring help. Yeah, she would reach out to Elaine for some sort of help. She might, if it was convenient or if it was on the way, reach out to Tuck because it's his son. Um, and
and
yeah,
he's a
so
good
you
one to
could
have
tell
around.
me what goes along with that. And JXM9 would transmit, in my mind at least, JXM9 would probably transmit based on receiving old Mandalorian. He'd transmit not a distress, but a signal out to uh, like a broadband signal to other ships that would be able to decode old Mandalorian code. What ships would be able to do that is up to you. So I might need from you kind of that information.
Yeah, yeah. It's good. I like. Obviously, we're not going to play anymore tonight, but I do like this sort of pre-planning of the showdown.
Yeah, I think, for me at least, I don't want to make it like this mission was a little bit one-sided. She's a very powerful dark side Dathomiri witch user. She's kind of a blend of both, and has a lot of story, and she's very willing to work with you. She's not Imperial, she's not Republic. She just wants what she wants. She's third party. Um, so I kind of I have her stats. If you guys ended up deciding you wanted to fight her, but she was not like trying to go in and look for a fight. She's looking for the ship. She wants something off of it. That's her main goal.
Well,
And then,
she found it.
nobody wanted, other than Jowkazza, nobody wanted to punch her in the face.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. I think most of us have seen so many dark side people in action, or just Force users in action, that we know, unless we're prepared and ready for it. I think most people don't want. Like, we all know how strong Force users can be, so not picking a fight that we can't win.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think for me, it was well, Jawa Jimmy has a ship, and now he doesn't have a ship. That's sort of like,
I mean,
I feel,
telekinesis, man. Telekinesis is like when you really, so that's force push or force pull on Tech and Drew's side, but like you can do some mean stuff with that. Like you can
oh
pick up
man,
that
no.
starship and throw it at someone.
That's what I mean. Like that's why I was just like, Jawa Jimmy's gonna just brush off this and be like, nah, I'm good. It's like, I think that's the reality of like, I think we spoke about this before of just like how broken the game becomes with force, right? At a certain point, like you're either gods or demigods, and you're gonna just rock everything. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like,
I'm-
well,
It makes for a good boss.
oh, absolutely. Don't get me wrong here.
Okay.
Jawa Jimmy's
I'm gonna
definitely not the
stop.
type to fight that.
I'm gonna stop recording real quick. But how many character points? So I have it for posterity.
Quattro, 4.
Okay. All right. Stopping recording.